Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're embarking on, well, an extraordinary journey, really, right at this fascinating intersection of ancient history and cutting-edge artificial intelligence. Imagine this scenario for a second. You're an archaeologist, maybe, or perhaps just a curious historian staring at a stone inscription from ancient Rome or Greece. But, time, weather, maybe even human hands have taken their toll. The text is fragmented, it's partially unreadable, it's filled with gaps. For centuries, piecing these things together has been this meticulous, often agonizing labor of love. But what if you could take that damaged, enigmatic text and, using the power of AI, not only fill in those missing characters, but also precisely pinpoint where it came from and when it was created? Sounds almost too good to be true, doesn't it? Well, today we're diving deep into Aeneas, a powerful new tool from Google DeepMind that is really poised to fundamentally transform how historians, classicists, and even, enthusiastic amateurs connect with the profound echoes of the past.
That's absolutely right. Our mission in this deep dive is to truly unpack Aeneas's incredible capabilities, explore the ingenious ways it works its magic, and crucially, understand the deep, lasting impact it's going to have, on our understanding of ancient texts and the complex civilizations that painstakingly crafted and left them behind for us. We'll sort of peel back the layers of its functionality, showing you how it moves from just deciphering broken inscriptions to accurately placing them on a map and firmly within a historical timeline.
Okay, so let's really get into the fundamental challenge that Aeneas addresses first, because for millennia, accessing and understanding ancient records, it's been a monumental task. When we talk about ancient texts, especially these inscriptions etched onto stone or metal, even clay tablets, they rarely survive intact. Just think about it. A decree carved into marble, maybe a dedication on a bronze statue or a tombstone epitaph, all exposed to the relentless march of time.
Right. Weathering, natural disasters, accidental damage, sometimes even intentional defacement. It's left us with countless fragments.
And historians have traditionally spent years, sometimes, like you said, entire careers, meticulously piecing together these scattered remnants. It demands just encyclopedic knowledge of ancient languages, a profound understanding of historical contexts, and frankly, a remarkable knack for educated guesswork.
It's a testament to human dedication, absolutely.
Yeah.
But it's also incredibly demanding, often slow, and it can be deeply frustrating when you're faced with these seemingly insurmountable gaps.
Yeah.
And that's precisely where Aeneas steps in as, well, what I can only describe as a genuine game changer. It's a sophisticated generative neural network designed specifically to tackle these very challenges for ancient Latin and Greek texts. Its core purpose isn't just transcription. It's to help contextualize, restore, and accurately attribute these incredibly important historical artifacts. You could really think of it as a kind of digital Sherlock Holmes for epigraphy. That's the study and interpretation of ancient inscriptions for anyone unfamiliar.
A digital Sherlock Holmes, I like that.
Yeah, it approaches these historical puzzles with an unprecedented level of computational power and pattern recognition.
What's truly astonishing, and I think foundational to its success, is just the sheer scale of the data Aeneas was trained on. This isn't just, a few dozen texts we're talking about.
Oh, no, not at all.
Aeneas was fed and trained on truly vast databases of ancient inscriptions. This massive amount allows it to learn the nuances of language and historical context from, well, an almost unimaginable collection of real-world examples.
For Latin, we're talking about comprehensive and authoritative sources, like the epigraphic database Roma, the epigraphic database Heidelberg, and the epigraphic database Claus Slaby. Really, the gold standards.
Okay.
And for Greek, it pulled from the immense searchable Greek inscriptions from the Packard Humanities Institute. This monumental dataset is what enables it to learn patterns, understand historical context, and essentially read the language with a depth that lets it predict and fill in those crucial blanks.
It's like having a library of millions of ancient documents read at its fingertips, basically, each one informing its understanding. Okay, so let's explore Aeneas's three core functions then, because this is where the practical applications for researchers and really anyone curious about the past truly come to life. These are the aspects that offer those profound moments of insight.
Absolutely. First up, we have restoration, filling in the blanks. So imagine you're a historian working with a broken inscription. You might have only parts of words or maybe long stretches of missing text. Traditionally, you'd be cross-referencing known phrases, consulting lexicons, drawing upon your deep expertise to hypothesize what might have been there. It's painstaking work.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
With Aeneas, you simply input the fragmented text using a question mark, just a standard for each missing character. That's the signal.
Okay.
Aeneas can then intelligently predict up to 20 missing characters, and that's whether those gaps are consecutive or just scattered throughout the text. Even spaces count towards that limit, so it's remarkably flexible in handling different types of damage.
20 characters. That capability alone is transformative. So if I had a challenging inscription, maybe something like, and I'm reading this example, diab hashtag anet tutele loci pro salute et incomitate sua suram communimum el maiores cogitatus visirias consulares vot sol LLM idibus ulis gentiano et basso consulibus, where that hashtag symbol represents, well, who knows how many missing letters.
Right, an unknown gap.
Aeneas can actually propose how to complete that. This is the kind of problem that could puzzle a human expert for weeks, maybe longer.
Precisely. It analyzes the surrounding text, drawing on those immense linguistic and historical patterns it learned from its training data, and then proposes the most probable missing letters. And this is important, it doesn't just give you one single answer and walk away. Aeneas provides a list of top restoration hypotheses, all rigorously ranked by probability.
Okay. Options. That's key for scholars, offering alternative interpretations.
Exactly. And to give you even deeper insight into its reasoning, its thinking process, it also generates what's called a saliency map. This visually highlights which parts of your input text were most important for the model's prediction.
So it shows its work, essentially.
Yes. It's not a black box. It's a very transparent way of showing its work, allowing historians to understand the rationale behind its suggestions. They can even use it to prioritize, say, further investigation of a physical artifact if the map points to a critical but maybe uncertain fragment.
That makes sense. It fast-tracks breakthroughs that, as you said, used to take lifetimes of meticulous, often frustrating manual labor.
It really does.
Okay, next up, attribution. Where and when. Now, for historians, knowing the provenance, that is, where and when an inscription was made, it isn't just a minor detail. It's absolutely crucial for understanding its significance.
Couldn't agree more.
Without this context, a text is just, well, a collection of words. With it, it offers invaluable insights into the local culture of a region. Maybe the economy that supported its creation, specific social or religious practices, or even significant political shifts happening at that particular time and place.
Think about how different an imperial decree would be if it came from Rome itself versus, say, a remote province on the frontier. The context changes everything, and Aeneas is remarkably adept at providing this vital context. For geographical attribution, it can predict the top 10 most probable ancient Roman provinces where a text originated.
Top 10, okay.
Yeah, giving you a ranked list. For Latin texts, it considers 62 possible regions, and for Greek, that number goes up to 84. The results are presented with probabilities, which is key, and you can even visualize them on a map.
On a map, how does that work?
The size of the circles on the map represents the model's confidence in its prediction for that region. So, bigger circle, higher probability.
That's fantastic. Imagine discovering a Latin inscription in a region not typically associated with Roman presence. Aeneas might confirm or maybe challenge your initial assumptions about its origin. It could reveal surprising trade routes or military movement.
Exactly. It opens up new avenues of inquiry.
So you get this literal heat map of potential locations, incredibly powerful for visualizing historical connections. And it also tackles chronological attribution, right? Predicting the when.
Yes, it predicts the decade an inscription was created. And it covers this massive period from 800 BCE all the way up to 800 CE using helpful 10-year intervals.
That time frame alone covers, well, the rise and fall of empires, major cultural shifts, countless historical events. Knowing the decade can be the difference between understanding a text as part of the Republic or the early Empire or the late Roman period, each with vastly different historical implications.
Absolutely. And this is where it gets even more interesting visually, I think. For chronological attribution, Aeneas can optionally incorporate an actual image of the inscription itself.
An image, so not just the text.
Correct. The model processes that image, it converts it to grayscale, resizes it to a standard 224 by 224 pixels, applies noise reduction to clean up imperfections, and during its training, it even introduces random augmentations like skewing or rotation. This makes it super robust and adaptable to real-world conditions, like a photo taken at an awkward angle in a museum.
Clever.
This visual data, which captures characteristics like letter forms, the spacing, carving styles, that then aids its date prediction. It presents this as a bar chart showing the probability distribution across the centuries.
So it's using not just the words, but the actual look of the writing to help place it in time, recognizing how epigraphic styles changed over centuries.
Precisely. It's quite sophisticated.
Now, for the third core capability, Contextualization, finding historical echoes. This is where I think many researchers, particularly those grappling with fragmented historical narratives, will have a truly profound moment of breakthrough. It goes beyond just restoring a text or telling you where and when it was made. It helps you find other historically similar inscriptions. It lets you build a much richer tapestry of understanding.
Exactly right. Your inputted text needs to be between 25 and 750 characters long, so that covers anything from a short dedication to a substantial fragment of, say, a legal document.
Okay, good range.
And Aeneas then intelligently identifies comparable inscriptions from its vast data set. It's like a superpowered digital library assistant that understands the incredibly subtle nuances of ancient language and historical context. It connects dots that a human might spend years trying to find.
Give me an example.
Okay, so say you input a fragment about a specific Roman deity and maybe a local official. Aeneas might find similar dedications to that deity in other regions entirely, or perhaps similar official titles mentioned in contemporary texts elsewhere. It gives you invaluable comparative material instantly.
And the output for this contextualization feature? You said it's rich.
Incredibly rich and immediately actionable. For each similar inscription it finds, Aeneas provides the full text. Any alternative record number is crucial for cross-referencing in traditional databases, its own predicted province of origin, a date range if one's available. And this is truly monumental, I think, a direct link to the partner site where the original inscription can be viewed online.
Wow, a direct link. That's an incredibly powerful tool for cross-referencing, drawing immediate connections across disparate archives. It enables deeper, more comprehensive historical research with just unprecedented efficiency.
It saves researchers countless hours previously spent manually searching across different databases, often with frustratingly limited search tools.
Okay, let's touch briefly on the tech underneath. How does it actually understand ancient texts without getting too bogged down in jargon?
Sure. Briefly, Aeneas uses a complex, deep neural network architecture. It's similar in principle to advanced language models you might have heard of, like T5. This sophisticated design, with its many layers and what are called attention mechanisms, is what allows it to process and understand the incredibly intricate patterns within these ancient texts with such precision. It's built to learn the deep structure of language, not just memorize words or simple phrases.
Okay, and for us mere mortals, how does it handle the actual text input? Is it just looking at letters, or is there more going on at that fundamental level?
That's a great question. It's designed specifically for Latin and Greek alphabets, including special characters that denote missing or unknown text, like that question mark we talked about. Before the neural network even sees it, Aeneas processes the text. It converts characters to numerical indices, numbers the computer understands, handles lower casing, strips accents, basically transforming the human-readable text into a format the AI can deeply understand and learn from. This pre-processing is vital for its efficiency and accuracy.
Right, standardization.
Exactly. And during its extensive training phase, Aeneas learns by doing several complex tasks at once. It tries to restore masked characters, and up to 75% of characters in a text could be masked out during training, really pushing the model to infer context heavily.
75%, that's a lot missing.
It is. It also predicts the origin and date, and it even identifies related sentences. This multitask learning approach is fundamental because it forces the model to develop a much deeper, more robust understanding of linguistic and historical context simultaneously. And to further enhance its resilience to, well, the real-world imperfections in ancient texts, it even incorporates random word swaps and deletions in its training data.
Making it tough on itself during training so it performs better in the real world.
Precisely. It makes it incredibly robust and capable of handling the fragmentary and often noisy nature of ancient inscriptions.
So this all sounds incredibly powerful. It allows us to ask questions of the past that were maybe previously unanswerable or at least very difficult to answer. But you might be thinking, do I need to be a coding wizard or have a supercomputer to actually use this?
And the exciting answer is a resounding no.
Good.
Aeneas is surprisingly accessible. It was deliberately designed that way to empower a broad range of users.
That reflects the spirit of democratizing historical research, right?
Absolutely. That's a key part of its design. You have a few different entry points depending on your needs and technical comfort level. First, there's an interactive online interface available right now at predictingthepast.com. It's pretty intuitive and allows anyone to experiment with the tool instantly. Just type and click.
Okay, easy starting point.
Yep. Then, for researchers who maybe want more control, perhaps to process larger batches of text or integrate it into their existing workflows, a Google Colab notebook is available.
Colab, right. That's that online coding environment.
Exactly. It offers a very user-friendly environment where you can upload text, run analyses, and visualize results with clear, straightforward instructions. It even welcomes you with salve, Latin for welcome,
Nice touch.
and guides you to simply use Shift plus Enter to execute the code cells. It's designed to be non-intimidating.
Okay, good. And for the real power users?
For advanced users, especially those involved in complex computational linguistics or maybe large-scale digital humanities projects, the entire Aeneas library can actually be installed offline. This allows for custom research workflows and direct programmatic interaction with the trained models and their vast datasets. Full control, essentially.
It's truly a testament to a significant collaborative research effort, isn't it? This wasn't just one person or one group.
Not at all. It's the result of brilliant minds coming together. Key contributions from DeepMind Technologies, Google LLC, and a whole team of dedicated researchers like Thea Summershield, Alison Cooley, John Pavlopoulos, Robel Woolgert, Jonathan Pragg, and Alex Mullen. A real interdisciplinary effort.
And perhaps one of the most exciting aspects for the academic and historical community, it's open source, licensed under Apache 2.0 and Creative Commons.
That's huge. It means its power can be leveraged, built upon, integrated into countless new research projects worldwide. It really fosters a truly collaborative future for studying the ancient world.
What an incredible deep dive we've taken today. We've uncovered how Aeneas moves beyond simple translation to truly breathe new life into these ancient, often fragmented sources. It provides historians, classicists, enthusiasts alike with powerful new tools for restoring lost words, precisely attributing where and when texts originated, and finding that invaluable context by connecting them to a vast web of similar historical echoes. This isn't just about making old texts readable, it's about unlocking new narratives and filling crucial gaps in our understanding of human civilization.
And what's truly fascinating here, I think, is not just the technological achievement itself, impressive as it is, but the profound way Aeneas democratizes access to historical research. It enables anyone, really anyone with a curious mind, to engage directly and meaningfully with the echoes of ancient civilizations in a way that was previously, let's be honest, the sole domain of highly specialized experts.
That's a really important point.
And it raises an important question for all of us to consider. As AI continues to evolve and integrate into fields like history, how might our understanding of historical narratives shift? When more and more of the past becomes accessible through these new lenses, what forgotten stories, what lost voices, what nuanced perspectives might we yet uncover that have been hidden in plain sight, just waiting for the right tool like Aeneas to reveal them?
Indeed. What forgotten stories are waiting for you to find? We highly encourage you to explore predictingthepast.com. That's predictingthepast.com to begin your own deep dive into ancient texts. You might just uncover something truly amazing and contribute to our collective understanding of the past. Until next time, keep exploring.